What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Cody losing the belt before Wrestlemania, a real reason Drew McIntyre missed Raw, a new Bloodline member approaching debut, Roman Reigns' plans for Crown Jewel, RVD Alerts the FBI, what happened to AJ Styles, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now, as always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good, as number 1, CM Punk makes another legendary promo. Can a wrestler get on by just promos? Well, in CM Punk's case, yes. In the straight edge superstar's case, Punk has had to rely on promos for much of 2024 due to his lengthy injury, using them to maintain the heat on his feud with Drew McIntyre. But this time, Punk has shown he's more genuine and intense than ever. Punk kept it real with fans, admitting he's in over his head against Drew McIntyre, but that he's bringing the devil to their Hell in a Cell match and he's determined to win, even if it costs him his career. Punk's delivery took a strong promo and turned it into one for the ages. Number 2, the Judgment Day strike again. The Judgment Day struck again last night, not only retaining the tag titles against the New Day, but delivering another grade A beating to Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and Jey Uso, with Bron Breakker providing an assist to take out Jey. The Terror Twins aren't looking so terrifying now, which will make Damian and Rhea's respective matches against Finn and Liv Morgan all the more suspenseful. Number 3, sunsetting on the New Day. Is the New Day finished? Well, as we'll see in the news, things are looking grim, and the WWE deserves credit for taking its longest running tag team in a bold direction. Number 4, Jey and Mami romance angle beginning to bubble. Last night's segment where Jey Uso stepped in, where Finn Balor was trash-talking Rhea Ripley, was a subtle way of showing the developing relationship between the two, and like many real-life relationships, this one is building slowly, giving fans more time to enjoy it, and more importantly, giving the WWE time to milk it, as they have fans tuning in for the latest development. Number 5, Sami sizzles again on the mic. Last night's Raw had the usual number of interesting interviews, and while CM Punk delivered another instant classic, Sami Zayn wasn't eclipsed by Punk, instead delivering a strong promo that called out Gunther from running from him and whetting the fans' appetites for their inevitable title match. Number 6, Bronson and Braun break Raw. Now maybe time for a new set, or at least one new fan, as Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman went wild, as even a wrestling ring can't contain their fury. This was more than a hoss fight, it was more akin to Godzilla vs King Kong, as the two beasts broke the ring early on while Braun picked up a kayfabe fan and used him as a human lawn dart against Strowman. This was the type of brawl that had fans screaming for more and wondering what kind of stipulation the WWE needs to find a clear winner. Number 7, strong build up to Bad Blood. Another big build for a PLE, as the WWE doubled down on the hype for Bad Blood with ample matches and promos to make sure fans tune in. They wisely used this hype to develop its undercard with a great match between Io Sky and Bianca Belair and a heated confrontation between Sami Zayn and Bron Breakker. Number 8, Joe and Wade team coming together. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett put in another strong showing in the announce booth, with Tessitore showing how he's quickly adapted from sports to pro wrestling. Fans have seen some excellent sports announcers come up short as wrestling announcers, but Joe is proving naysayers wrong, with Wade Barrett rounding things out very well. And Sheamus and Dunn making the most of a rubbish program. Is Sheamus vs Pete Dunne a hastily thrown together program that's kinda rubbish? Arguably yes, but both superstars have done their best to make this an engaging and injecting life into something that should have ended weeks ago. That was a good. What about the bad? Is number 1, Zoe Stark loses. Why did Natalya beat Zoe Stark? The WWE has spent weeks building up the Pure Fusion Collective as nothing less than assassins, only for the faction to crumble as soon as Natalya returned. Nothing against Natalya, but the Queen of Hearts should be helping Zoe Stark get over rather than getting meaningless wins. And number 2, Cricket Bat Botch. As mentioned, Sheamus and Pete Dunne have salvaged a trash program. Nonetheless, the spot where Dunne hit Sheamus with a cricket bat, a foreign object you don't see every day, was awful, as Dunne clearly hit the ring ropes rather than Sheamus. Of course, this is wrestling and it's a work, but this did seem to be the case of bad camera work. That was nothing downright ugly, another solid show that gave fans no reason to tune out. What did you guys think of the Red Brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Our first story looks at Cody losing the belt before Wrestlemania. On top of today's news is a report concerning Cody Rhodes' reign as the undisputed champion, as Dave Meltzer is reporting the WWE already has a scenario planned for WrestleMania 41 in case the American Nightmare drops the title before his rumored Mania match with The Rock. One of the deals with The Rock and Cody a year ago was if Cody, it was not a lock that Cody would have a one-year run, he could, but one of the things I was pretty much told is the reason for the People's title was a backup for Cody not to go a year, so they could go with something else. There have been no reports that Cody's run as champ has been anything less than a success, but as crazy as it may sound, anything can happen in the WWE. There are a few guarantees in wrestling, and if they feel it has a storyline big enough to take the title off Cody, then it might happen. Next up, the real reason Drew McIntyre missed Raw. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are involved in one of wrestling's hottest feuds in recent memory, so why was Drew missing from Raw? Well, PW Insider is reporting Drew McIntyre is not at WWE Raw. He's not injured and there's no scheduling conflict. It was a creative decision that kept him off this week. Fans shouldn't read too much into this, as it seems the decision was designed to give Punk time to cut his masterclass promo on Raw without any distractions. Next up, a new Bloodline member approaching debut. Could Solo Sikoa's version of the Bloodline get another member? The self-appointed tribal chief has built a group around Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga, and according to the Wrestling Observer Radio, former New Japan Pro Wrestling star Hikuliu could join family members Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. They mentioned they also may introduce Hikuliu by then. He's under contract and everything, and they're waiting for the time to add him. I don't even know what side he would be on, but I'm gonna guess he would be with his brothers. He's been under contract for a long time, and you figure at one point they want to bring him in as this big monster. This report is a reminder of how the WWE is willing to sign talent and wait for the right moment to book them rather than introducing them with no long-term storylines. Where Hikuliu fits into the Bloodline saga is something sure to intrigue fans as they question whether the second-gen superstar will join Solo or Roman Reigns. Who do you think Hikuliu will side with? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Roman Reigns' plans for Crown Jewel. As Roman Reigns' popularity grows by leaps and bounds, fans are eager to see him, which means that they're always looking for news on his next appearance. Consequently, there's plenty of interest in what's next for the original tribal chief after he teams with Cody Rhodes at Bad Blood to take on Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And now the Wrestling Observer Radio is reporting Roman is probably working the Saudi Arabia show. They got him working Atlanta, and he's definitely working the Survivor Series show. They got him advertised for that. While the report isn't groundbreaking, it does reflect just how big Roman Reigns still is in the WWE. At this point, Roman no longer needs a championship, but that shouldn't rule out another title reign. Next up, no more New Day? Has the sun set on the New Day? Well, fans are asking this after the backstage confrontation following Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods' loss to the Judgment Day. In case you missed it, Woods asked Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest and Jey Uso to stay out of the match so that the New Day could win it on their own, only to learn that Kofi had enlisted the Latino World Order to help thwart any outside interference. However, the LWO's help backfired as the referee was distracted by the LWO and Judgment Day brawling outside the ring, while Xavier had JD McDonough down for what looked to be the win. The Kofi-Xavier clash was not pretty, and Kofi's statement that we never needed help before because we had E led to Woods to believe that Kofi didn't have enough faith in the two of them. It's unknown where things will go from here, but barring a swerve, the WWE's most enduring tag team could soon be history. Next up, RVD alerts the FBI. There's disturbing news concerning WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam, as the beloved superstar has revealed he's informed the FBI about a stalker. The Whole Effort show tweeted, "If anybody looks at this asshole's IG over the last 6 months, you'll see where I'm coming from. I already alerted the FBI of your previous threats, you psychotic scumbag MFer. I'm gonna find you." The alleged stalker is reportedly stalking RVD and his wife Katie Forbes. Regrettably, wrestling fans have seen these types of situations before, and they can quickly escalate, as seen by a stalker Sonya Deville who staged a home invasion and another stalker who attacked Seth Rollins on Raw. Next up, what happened to AJ Styles? It's been a while since the WWE Universe has seen AJ Styles, who had a high-profile program against Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes earlier this summer but has been absent from TV since. However, Fightful Select reports that the Phenomenal One hasn't vanished as he was busy on the WWE's international tour. According to Fightful, there were plans for a Styles return in August, but that fell through. Regardless, Styles is reportedly healthy, and it appears to be just a case of Styles going through a now standard rotation of superstars who cycle in and out of programs, appearing on TV before disappearing in order to give other talent TV time. And finally, Jey Uso drags Bron Breakker. Jey Uso and Bron Breakker's heated exchange got personal when Bron told Main Event Jey that he didn't need to ride on his father's coattails to become famous. Jey fired back, telling the IC champion he would dogwalk Breakker and blasted Bron, suggesting his IC title reign might end up short and sweet like his NFL career. For those wondering, Bron signed with the Baltimore Ravens in April 2020 as an undrafted free agent, only to be released in August of that same year. Ouch. There you have it, folks. Our look at Raw, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.